In this video, I'll show you how you can use SKAARHOJ hardware with tactile buttons to route Dante audio and video across your network. And naturally, you would expect nothing less from a company like ours, driven by the vision to invent the future of live production control. So to demonstrate this, I have connected a SKAARHOJ rack unit, a Rack Fly Uno, to the Dante domain manager on our network. It also works with the Dante director, so you can use whichever setup you prefer. And to show how this works, we have also the Dante controller. The controller and the Rack Fly Uno sort of works the same way because they both talk to the domain manager in this case. Therefore, we can use the Dante controller to monitor what we're doing on the Rack Fly Uno. What you see on the controller is we have 4 receivers, a Core 256 BT, audio matrix from NTP, we have 2 PCs and a stage tech unit. On the transmitter side, we also have the same 4 units, plus we have the Adamo PTZ camera over here that can send us a live image. On the Rack Fly Uno, the way we work with the transmitters and receivers is by holding down the shift key on the right side, and you get into a menu that lets you select your transmitter on the left and your receiver on the right side. So on the left here, we could select the Core 256 as our transmitting device, and on the right side, we could select Stage Tech as the receiver. Okay, and if we look inside the Dante controller here, then that would correspond to saying, yes, my transmitter is Core 256 and Stage Tech. We press this plus icon here, and now we see there are already 2 routes set. So if we look at the input number 1 here on our receiving end, on the Stage Tech, that would be like this line. It is currently routed to, or it's receiving content from output number 1 on the Core 256. So if I want to route it differently, let's say 5, I'll pick 5, I press take, and now you'll see this route is updating so that the plus moves over to 5. Let's try to do this a few times. 9, okay, 9, there we go. If I page up to another page, 17, take, we can page back. See, these are 4-way buttons, so they are smart because they let you actually go forth and back just by a button press. SKAARHOJ technology. And we just route back to number 1 here. By the way, you see this take button is currently blinking. You don't need to have a take button, but it's like a smart middle stage, so you can pick your transmitter and your receiver sources and destinations, and then you have like a final go for your decision. But it is possible to change it into direct mode. Let's just do that, because that means a single button press will now make the routing for us. So let's just try this a few times. 4, 8, now it does direct routing. If I want to route on input number 2, then I pick that on instead. We see it's currently routed to number 2 as we would expect from the Dante controller. And again, I can, with direct routing, just pick my sources for this destination. Let's move on to video. And thereby we will now move into selecting, let's say we want to have the Adamo as our transmitter. So we pick this camera here. And if I do, then you see we have 2 audio channels which can be routed, but the video is not available right now. Why? Because my destination is the Stage Tech and it only receives audio. So we can route 2 audio channels, but no video. But I want to route this over to my PC in the studio. So this destination is the window you see on the screen right here. And if I pick that channel number 1 as my receiving end, now you see it's all changed over here, because now I can't route any audio, but I can route video. And by pressing this button, you'll see that I'm routing the source from the camera straight into that window, and we see, hello, video. Just like we saw for the Stage Tech and the Core 256, we can also monitor the route of the video feed from the camera to the studio PC. And it happens in the Dante controller. We find the Adamo camera, the PC studio, in that cross point. We press the plus icon, and that green checkbox you see right there indicates the route that we set on the panel. So for instance, if I route nothing, you'll see this cross point is disappearing. And if I press the source again, you'll see it's reappearing in the Dante controller. If you have any questions about what I've shown, feel free to reach out to our sales and support team. And you can, of course, also follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and X, and you can subscribe to our newsletter. And all the links to that are in the video description below. And of course, don't forget to like and subscribe so you won't miss out on any future updates about our technology.